HOA Karen find the wrong guy. And within minutes, her entire world started falling apart. The Karen who ran the HOA acted like she owned the entire neighborhood, even though she was just a board member with too much confidence and control. She patrolled the streets daily, watching every house for the smallest violations: grass a little too long, a trash bin left out too late, or a car parked slightly off. No one was safe from her notices and fines. Residents whispered about her strict behavior but rarely challenged her authority because she always threatened legal action. Over time, fear replaced community, and neighbors followed her rules not out of respect, but to avoid becoming her next target. The new neighbor arrived without drawing much attention, moving in quietly and keeping to himself. He drove an ordinary car, dressed simply, and greeted people with a calm, polite nod, giving no hint about his background. Naturally, the HOA Karen noticed him immediately, watching from a distance as she did with everyone new. To her, he looked like just another resident who would soon fall in line with her strict rules. She assumed he would be easy to control, someone who would quickly comply after receiving a warning or two. What she didn't realize was that this quiet newcomer was far from ordinary. It started with a notice placed firmly on his door, a bright warning that listed multiple violations he hadn't even been aware of. The HOA Karen claimed his car was improperly parked, his lawn didn't meet community standards, and even his mailbox color was non-compliant. Within hours, a hefty fine followed, along with a strict deadline and a threat of further penalties. Instead of reacting angrily, the new neighbor read the notice carefully and chose to respond calmly. His composed attitude only irritated Karen more, pushing her to escalate the situation. Convinced she was dealing with yet another resident she could easily pressure. As the situation escalated, the quiet neighbor finally decided it was time to respond in a way Karen wouldn't expect. During a tense confrontation, he calmly presented official documents that immediately shifted the tone of the entire encounter. The papers revealed that he wasn't just another resident but the legal owner of multiple properties across the entire block, including the land the HOA operated on. The authority Karen believed she had suddenly meant nothing in this context. Her confidence faded as the realization set in that her rules didn't apply to him at all, and the power dynamic she relied on was quickly unraveling. The fallout was immediate and brutal for Karen. As word spread quickly throughout the neighborhood about what had happened, residents who had quietly endured her strict enforcement began questioning her authority and pushing back against past fines. Some even demanded refunds and accountability, emboldened by the revelation that her power wasn't as absolute as she claimed. Facing mounting pressure, Karen's once confident demeanor crumbled, replaced by visible panic and regret. She attempted to justify her actions, but no one was listening anymore. In the end, the same control she had used to intimidate others became the very reason her reputation and influence completely collapsed. Hit subscribe, you don't want to miss stories like this.